I'm going to show you how to correct the control valve on a Warren Velvet drive. This one is a 71C, but they're all the same. So just open the nut here on the control lever and be careful because there is a ball that's spring loaded. It will jump out, don't lose it. Now open the 3 screws on the other sides and just pull the entire control valve out. It will just slide out if you push on the lever side. You can see here how it's assembled. Be careful on the ball. And the control valve is one piece. It will come out in one piece, and this is how it looks like. In case you need it, this is the complete diagram, and this is the part number charts. Now, in order to disassemble the valve inside, you'll need to create kind of a jig to compress the spring. You can use a vise if you need, but this is easier. And this is how you're going to do that. You need to make sure that the actual pressure controller slides in and out very easily. It shouldn't have any friction when it comes in and out. Second part goes the spring in, and then comes the holder. This holds the spring inside, and you will need to compress it using the jig to be able to put the retainer ring on it. So as you can see with the jig I built, it's pretty easy. There are 2 nuts. One is a nylon lock and one is a free nut. It just helps you compress it into place. So pretty simple, just hold it, compress it. It is a pretty strong spring, so there's no way you can do it by hand. And as I said, you can use vise, but you will need to find a way to hold the screw in place. So I think this is actually easier, and even in the manual they do have some jig that is pretty similar to this thing. So just simply compress it inside. You have to go pretty deep there, so you will be able to put the retainer ring. It's pretty hard to put that retainer ring. It's kind of stubborn, and it has a groove there that it must fit in so it doesn't pop right out. Just when you compress it, make sure that the spring goes in correctly and everything goes in smoothly, nothing is tilted. This is the ring, just put it on it. And this is pretty tricky. I had some hard time taking a video and putting the spring inside, so I had to jump over and move to a different position to put it in. As you can see, this is not the easiest thing to do. Now once you get it in, make sure it's fully in and it actually slides in the groove, so it's not going to jump outside. The last thing you want is this thing to jump outside when it's inside the transmission. Once it's completely in, you can see it's fully seated inside. You can just start opening the jig. Make sure again that it is seated and it slides around it but doesn't go outside. You'll see it once you start opening things up. And then all you have to do is release the tension from the spring, and you can inspect it once it's out. Just release completely the screw there. And don't forget to put the O-ring here. This is the O-ring that was there originally, don't forget.